Hey, well met friends, Andang here for another episode of Wildermore. Last time we finished the epic story. If you have not seen that episode, go back and watch the previous episode. It is definitely worth your time, and I would highly recommend it. So we are going to continue now. Finishing up the Ranger quest is what I've heard. I've heard there's 7 parts to this map, and this is the 7th part, the Strength of Will. Your eye is drawn across the west map beyond the borders of Rohan and comes to rest upon the cruel circle of Isengard. You wonder what has become of Lothrindir, within the prisons of Saruman. Alright, so let's find out what's going on here.
Very good one.
Meanwhile in Isengard, Lothrindir endures his captivity, drawing on the strength of his bloodline to retain his identity. Okay then, this could be a scary one. Going into the dungeons of Saruman. Alright, and the loading screen has the tables where the orcs were eating. We remember that, the Urkai eating at the table. That's a long time ago when we were in Isengard. An expansion and a zone ago. That's a long time ago. And actually, 2 zones ago. An expansion in 2 zones. It's been a long time since we've been to Isengard. In a raid, the social panel can be used to configure...
In the dungeons below Isengard, Lothrindir of the Dunedain resists the torments of his captors.
Alright, so apparently we're just like we were as a champion. You're mine again today, little ranger. And this time you will do as I say, won't you? You remember what happened the last time you refused to do chores, don't you? Spent the time in the dungeons learning the meaning of pain, you did. So this time will be different. Scoop some slop from the bucket and serve it to the boys. Alright. Pick up the slop here. Oh, I spilt it. Did you hear me, maggot? If you spill this one, I will have your head. Ah! Now you die, worm. We shall see about that. Notice how none of the other Orkai help you out, friend. You are alone in this fight, for I am a ranger. To me, boys! Help whatever in killing these ranger. Give all the help you can. He's now our supper! Yes, we shall see about that. Your leader is not doing a good job, and look at how many of your friends are still there watching you die to a Dunedain. You face no match against this Dunedain. Alright, and now... Almost got him. There we go, up 3 more. So apparently that guy was fairly popular among the orcs, because he actually gets more than the orc captain to come help him out. Alright, so these orcs are apparently raging based on their title. Only having 3 skills makes this a little bit boring. I wish we had a 4th one. Just so that the cooldowns worked out right.
Fighting hand-to-hand combat in the middle of Isengard, I think 3 skills is fine.
Yeah, but I wish that there was a 4th one just so that we could get combat or cooldowns. Not have to worry about it.
But I hope you do know that Dunedain is for...
All the orcs are so worthless. He is unarmed, you outnumber him by the dozen, and still he humiliates you. He is mine, Buka. You are not to touch him. Why should I listen to you, outsider? Why should you listen to Gun-An? That is not a good question to ask. Take that, and that. Die, you orc leader, because there are none deadlier than I. This ranger will die only at the hands of Gun-An. Is this understood? Now that you're dead?
You do not truly know the difficulties we face.
The wizard wants to see you, Ranger. This could be your last day of life, and my last day without a name. What a fortune this day is, if that be so. Your freedom from this life would be my release from shame. Both of us would rejoice, would we not? The Western Nessie damage type is especially strong against the dead and unseen. Alright, another good tip there. And now we are apparently going to go visit Saruman in his tower, so that is a very scary thing. Hopefully we're provided magazines as usual with waiting in the wizard's tower so that we don't have to wait too long. Oh, we're actually on top of the tower here where Gandalf and him face the fight, and they've actually added in more detail to the top of the tower, so that's pretty cool actually. Alright. We are here. Will the wizard share his mind with his poor servant and his unworthy captive? Lothrandir. The Prince of Rohan is dead. The king is weak, and cannot save his people. Why do you still resist? Because you are on an edge of your own tower, Saruman. I can just run at you and push you off. Your friend escaped, but there is no hope for you. Even now my forces move upon Rohan from the west and from the north. There is no hope for you, unless you swear loyalty to me. For my captive there is only death. But for my friend, you could yet live. What say you, Lothrandir of the Dunedain? Whoa. Teleport screen. Did not get to see what happened. Trait deeds that are advanced. Only continue. Alright, and good to know about the Misty Mountain. Mounts are purchasable skills that allow you to summon a unique mount for your characters. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And if you guys have not purchased the Misty Mountain area, I recommend possibly getting it. It's a pretty good area. Not as good as what's another area? I guess Forkhel would be a much more interesting place to be. But it's a pretty good area. Alright, let's see what Saruman said at the end. Oh, it cut it off. Alright, so I'll have to go back and look and see what he said there. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Wildermore. As we've made our way through, we don't know what's going to happen to the ranger in the tower, if he's going to say yes or no. But we will soon find out, and hopefully he will survive. So thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you again real soon with another part of Wildermore as we're making our way through this awesome zone.
PVMP and dang, subscribe.